best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
I'm nervous.
Why?
You have a twinkle in your eye.
Well, it could be that we have another small business story in the news.
A small business story in the news?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that really what puts a twinkle in your eye?
Well, it could be because this one...
You're so easy to impress.
This one starts off with a lady on the bus.
On the bus?
Who's just trying to earn a living.
On the bus?
She just needs $5.
What?
So she brought out the twins, you know, the sisters, and said, give me $5 for that.
So by flashing the other people on the bus, she thought they would give her $5 to see her girls?
Right. Yes.
Do people pay $5 to see girls like that?
Apparently not.
Oh.
And so she got in trouble because after nobody gave her $5, she pulled out a knife.
And did she cut the girls?
She didn't, no.
No, she was threatening.
I'm pretty sure she put those away before she...
She was threatening.
Threatening with a knife. Give me $5.
You saw my girls, now you owe me $5?
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You know, terms first. I mean, as small business, I always have to go back to the basics. Terms first. We don't do the goods. We don't share our product. We don't share our service. Terms first.
Sisters. Just saying.
Terms first. That is a good rule of business.
Right.
And if you're having a hard time getting people to pay you and you've already delivered the work.
Here's the problem. The headline says, woman on whiskey pulls knife on bus after flashing fails to get her $5. And I'm thinking, that's just making a bad name for whiskey.
Wait a minute. What does the whiskey have to do with it?
That's just the thing. You know, the woman made a bad decision. It has nothing to do with the whiskey.
That's somebody stretching for a headline there.
Yeah, you know, headline writer, Evan Bleer, you don't know Jack Daniels.
Terms first. That's my business take out of that. You know, we can always kind of find some good, business story, business element. What as a business owner can we learn from this headline?
Right. Hey, have you ever had a senior moment?
A senior moment?
You know those things called senior moments?
I am too young to have senior moments.
I kind of thought so, but I thought I would ask so I don't make any presumptuous...
Are you having a senior moment? Do you have senior moments?
I am not, but a lady...
Because you are older than me.
A lady in North Carolina
Not significantly, but
I would
enough.
say significantly.
Enough. You would?
Many years.
Many?
Yeah.
Isn't it just like 3?
That's more than 2.
You're right. Okay, what's
more than a couple.
All right, senior moment.
Senior moment, North Carolina. Senior citizen was taken to jail and charged with 2 counts of assault and battery after she started a food fight at Golden Corral.
That's not a senior moment. That's like a middle school moment. Food fight.
It's Animal House all over again. And, she 2 counts of assault and battery. Apparently, you start flipping those pork chops and, going to jail.
Have you ever started a food fight?
No, I have not.
No?
No.
Have you ever been in one?
One.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was it at camp?
No.
Was it in your kitchen?
No.
Because we had one in our kitchen once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
In your kitchen at home?
Once. Yeah.
That must have been silly crazy.
It was every now and then. And so you know what Jay says to me over the weekend?
That's your husband?
He makes this comment, and I'm not really quite sure what to do with it.
Oh.
But he says, I said something, and I don't even recall what I said.
Of course not.
But
protect the guilty.
I was just having a conversation, and he says, you do stuff like that makes me think you're a little bit crazy, and that's why I have to stay with you, or something along the line.
Jay said that?
Like I'm just a little bit crazy, and he's here to protect me.
Jay said that out loud?
Yeah, and I thought, what do I do with that information?
I totally don't disagree with him, but I would never say it out loud.
You think I'm a little bit crazy?
I didn't say that.
That's what I heard.
Not
out of this whole conversation, he had all these words, and what I heard, because you know what you say and what people hear are often 2 different things,
of course.
But what I heard was he thinks I'm a little bit crazy and need a little bit of protection.
I like I said, I don't disagree with him. I just
Really?
find it odd that he would say it out loud.
You think I'm
within striking distance.
You think I'm a little bit?
I did not say that. No.
But you think that?
No, I did not say
Just
that.
enough. You know, because
I didn't say that out loud. That is your husband who is in the doghouse.
I know. Every now and then, I do have these moments that are really illogical.
Boy, howdy.
And rare and bizarre.
Not rare.
It is rare.
What?
It is rare because most of the time
I was
I'm very
talking to them.
methodical in my thought process. But he says, yeah, Angel, you're just a little bit crazy.
Right.
Right? No?
I mean,
what was I talking about this time? The food fight.
Like I said, I don't
The food fight. Or the time that I brought out the permanent markers and let the kids draw all over the linoleum kitchen floor.
Now, that was fun. But
that was fun. We were going to replace
getting ready to tear up the floor.
We were going to replace it.
That's a major difference.
And I think the food fight was something along those same lines. Like, this place is going to be a disaster anyways, so let's really have fun with it. You don't ever, just throw caution into the wind like that. Nobody's going to get hurt. And it's just all in fun. It's like TPing somebody's car. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's just all in fun. You ever have? No? No, you toe the line. You're not a bad boy at all.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you don't walk on the edge.
Oh, I didn't say that. Are you kidding me? Every day on the edge right here.
Because he hangs out with crazy.
We have... Let you draw your own conclusions. We have a fantastic show for you today. Please don't go anywhere. Listen, this is the most positive business talk show in America, and Jay Tussey is not wrong. We'll be back after these messages.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Are you an expert? At Experienced Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experienced Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Get out of debt. Stay out of debt. The Dave Ramsey Show, live today at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
All the small things, true care, truth brings.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Okay, so maybe crazy is a strong word, but you know, you ever have a deadline? You need to get stuff done. Like we're choosing paint samples for our office, and it's got to be done because they're coming in. They're going to do the work, and the pressure's on. And I look over, and there's Angel scrolling through paint chips and looking online and doing stuff, and I'm like, hello, we got a show here. Whose bright idea was that to go doing this now?
You know what? I've got a deadline. It's on my to-do list to come up with this paint scheme today for our new office if we're going to hit our deadline. But I'll tell you what, I just discovered, Eric, that I know you're working out, right?
Yeah.
You're finding some muscles maybe that you haven't used for a while.
Maybe.
There might be one muscle in particular you have stopped using.
This is a family show.
I know. They say here's a muscle that if you don't use it, you will lose it. And it's our creativity muscle. Apparently, March is
that one.
National Idea Month. And you want to come up with a brilliant idea? How about when the pressure is on, everybody's watching, everybody's looking at you for this bright idea? Well, we brought in the expert in bright ideas, Michael Levine. He runs the Books Are My Babies YouTube channel. Find them online at booksaremybabies.com, which is a free resource of tutorial videos. He's written more than 100 books. Yes, you who's thinking of writing your first one, don't feel like a slacker. He's going to give you great ideas. He's written 8 national bestsellers, 5 that have been turned into film and TV movies, including a Disney movie. Wow. Michael Levine, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hey, Angel and Eric, thank you for having me.
Michael, fantastic to have you with us today. Hey, let's start with this whole creativity side of things. How do we come up with a great idea, especially when the pressure's on?
Oh, sure. You know, I've got a theory that as we get older and we acquire things with legs, and by that I mean people and furniture,
right.
The harder it is for us to use the great ideas we actually develop. I was traveling one time to speak at a seminar. I was sitting in the airport next to a guy, and I said, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to Alaska. I'm going to go climb a glacier for a month. And I'm like, wow, my brain used to come up with ideas like that, you know, what happens is that if there's no market for those great ideas, then as Angel put it accurately, that muscle for creativity kind of shrivels up from lack of use.
Well, but Michael, you got this crazy 4-step notion for coming up with great ideas, and step number 1 intrigues the boogers out of me. I got to know about this. Talk to us about these 4 steps.
Because very rarely do you get to intrigue the boogers out of.
I couldn't think of a better word.
Well, I've got to tell you that that's a very special thing for me to be able to do to another man.
Only you.
But thank you. But so the question is this: you want to ask yourself, when you've got a problem that has to be solved, what's the most dangerous, expensive, and life-threatening way to solve this problem?
What?
Yeah, now, I don't know how to apply that to paint chips, Angel.
But I'm telling you, I want to make Angel do it because I'm here in the safe zone.
Well, most of us stay in the safe zone. That's exactly where we stay. And we look at problems and we look at our lives from the same way we looked at it yesterday, from the same way we looked at it tomorrow. We have about the same 15 thoughts pretty much every day of our adult lives. And when you start asking yourself, okay, what's the most dangerous, expensive, and life-threatening way to solve a problem I face, it's hard even to say that without laughing.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it just sort of catapults your brain into a different dimension.
And so the safer, calmer, less expensive, and perhaps less life-threatening ideas present themselves?
Yes, yeah, exactly. First, you take the one that's really totally impractical because it's going to land you in prison or wherever, and then from there you can kind of dial down to something that's more socially acceptable. But you've got to sort of blast your thinking because otherwise you're going to think the same thoughts and nothing exciting is going to come.
I like him. Can we have him back again?
You know what? I think we're going to have to. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. I can just imagine. We're sitting in a boardroom, marketing meeting. How do we get to solve this pain? And we come up with something so.
We kill all y'all and go and jump on your ashes.
That's right. And then you've got to figure out which lawyer you're going to hire because you're going to lose your job tomorrow.
Right.
They're going to escort you out of the building. So you don't want to say those ideas out loud to grown-ups.
There's a key. Yeah, I always tell Eric that just because he has the thought does not mean he has to say it out loud. All right, so at what point do we get to start sharing some of these funky ideas?
As I say, once you kind of take that really insane, impossible idea and hone it into something that can work, then of course you can. And that kind of leads to the second thing, which is it's really hard to come up with ideas when people can get a hold of you. So it's very simple. My second suggestion is hide. And that means go to your car, turn your phone off, be unavailable, do whatever you need to do so that no one can get a hold of you. Our thinking is so thin-sliced today because of the demands of technology and the workplace, and you've got 3,000 emails waiting in your inbox and everything else. How do you possibly generate an idea? And all that stuff strengthens your left brain. Technology strengthens your left brain when you use it, but your right brain, which is what creates ideas, atrophies. So you've got to get away from the technology, and you've got to get away from people who can make a demand on you. Run and hide, and then in the quiet of your car or wherever you are, closet or wherever you can go, let the ideas come to you.
Angel is very good at that, Michael.
At hiding from you?
You're turning off the technology and does not want to be found. Oh, yeah. She's killer at hide and seek. All right, so we've asked ourselves what's the most dangerous, expensive, life-threatening way that we can solve the problem. Then we get away from technology. What's next?
Well, the next thing is what I call counting to 20. And the idea here is that most people will have a problem. They'll come up with one idea. They'll figure out how they're going to solve it once they've got that idea, and then they're done. And the reality is that if you sit and, as a discipline, force yourself to come up with 20 different solutions to a given problem, just sit there, a cup of coffee, a yellow pad, and a pen, or your laptop or whatever. But you got to sit there and stay down in the chair until you've come up with 20 ideas. Some of those ideas are going to be terrible, but it might be idea number 17 or 18 that's so brilliant, and you would never have gotten to it if you hadn't done this exercise. If you do this 5 days a week, that's 20 ideas. That's 100 ideas a week. That's whatever that is. It's about 5,000 a year if you do that every business day. Wouldn't it be different in your workplace if you were the person who was known for coming up with 5,000 ideas a year?
Holy
what
cow.
would that do to your income and so on?
Look what he just did.
I'm so impressed. Now I'm anxious to start to write down and be creative and use this creativity muscle. I have often said, Michael, that most of what we do can be outsourced. Somebody else can do it in another country or cheaper or even, just to delegate it. But our creativity is what people come to us for. It's what keeps us on top of trends and keeps our business moving forward is our creativity, and we can't outsource that, but we're not using it on a regular basis. So I love that you're encouraging us to do that. Would love to have you back, Michael. Tell our listeners how they can stay in touch and follow you.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. I did put up a YouTube channel with over 190 videos on everything, because I'm a professional writer by nature and a writing teacher. Everything you could possibly want to know about how to have a writing career, how to get paid, how to make money, how to find an agent, how to start a story, how to finish the thing, motivation, inspiration, and you can access the YouTube channel by going to booksaremybabies.com.
Booksaremybabies.com, the YouTube channel, the same name. Michael, we'll definitely have you back. You're fantastic, man.
Hey, you guys are great. I really enjoyed this, and I'd be honored to come back anytime.
Thank you, sir. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk and inspirational lessons coming up next. Business tips and insights on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C² Computer Consulting. C² is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C² at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Number one revenue producing room on the car lot is not the showroom.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
It's not even the shop, which is number two. It's the finance office. They make more money on the paper, on the payments, on the interest than they do on cars. Now, if you're in the new car business, I'm not mad at you, but I'm just telling people how your business works.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. That music goes right out to good friend Rob Grieve over at Nyland's Collision Center, nylandscollision.com. He's a big fan of art.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Spring.
Isn't he just a big fan of music?
He is a big fan of music, but
I just had this flashback.
Okay, so no,
he's got this machine.
Yeah.
That has like 5,000 songs that are all like programmed.
You mean like the iPad?
No.
Oh.
This is like.
Oh, you're talking about his stereo downstairs.
Yeah. Isn't it like all pre-programmed
he's
with
got
all
CDs.
his
he's got
library, and it's like this big, like something you would see in a radio studio.
It's kind of like a jukebox kind of thing.
Kind of. Yeah.
But so here's the shout out to this song here, Barracuda by Heart. Rob has a teenage young lady daughter who is, Rob likes to kind of
I'm glad you said daughter.
Tease her from time to time, and he says, I think you should take up the banjo. Right? And he tells
his teenage daughter she should take up the banjo.
He does. And
he really doesn't want her to date.
So he goes, ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, just take up the banjo. No, pick up the electric guitar, play a little bum, da-da-dum, 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 right? That actually sounds like Bonanza. But you know what I'm saying? It was a little hard. And so Rob and I, there's actual video.
You were pretending it was hard and it was Bonanza.
The way I just did it sounded like Bonanza, but Barracuda. And so I taught Gabby how to play Barracuda on the guitar.
You did?
I did, yes.
Sorry, not.
Pay attention to the story.
I'm listening. I'm just, sometimes you hear words that he says and you have to fill in the blanks just a little.
There's a video out there of Rob Grieve doing a little air banjo and me doing a little heart, Barracuda. I'm not going to do it again because it sounds like bonanza, but it exists. So there's our shout out. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Can we put that on our YouTube channel?
I think that's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
We're trying to garner listeners.
It's spring.
It is spring.
Right?
It has sprung.
Do you spring clean?
I do.
You do. I know that you do. and I know that most of you do. And so let me ask you this. Do you spring clean your business?
What does that mean?
Do you? Well, let's talk about that. What
you
is?
Shaved your head.
What? No, that's not.
Well, I didn't, but I watched.
That's not my business. That's not my junk. That's my head. So here's what we're talking about. How do you spring clean your business? Number one, evaluate your overall goals.
All right. No, I do that.
Okay.
Always evaluating the goals, tweaking, creating a goal that. We have those goals that are just out there that tickle your toes, they get you so excited but just a little bit scared at the same time.
Right.
And then I have real tangible goals that are actually achievable.
And I'll just say that you need to write them all down. Whether they're, big vision dreams or real practical goals, you need to write them down. There's something that happens when you go through the process of writing stuff down.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Psychologically, you're more committed to it. You actually have fed your brain a new truth.
Well, and wow.
That was deep.
That was deep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. You got to watch out for crazy every now and then.
You know what else happens in the spring? Potholes that people drive into and lose their car. I think I just lost my car in that deep thought.
I don't know if it's okay. I started calling you skinny, and now you're starting to call me crazy.
No.
But I actually
No, your husband called you crazy.
Did, yeah.
I just did not
just
disagree
a little.
with him.
Just a little, he said. Just a little. Okay, so are there potholes in my business?
No. I drove into the pothole of that deep thought.
And you said spring has potholes, and so then I thought businesses probably have potholes too. Things that just kind of erode over time, and you don't even pay attention that they're eroding, that maybe it's not something you should be doing, and then next thing you know, it's this hole, and it just sucks you in, and it distracts you from where you're going.
I don't disagree with that either. Okay, so back to our spring cleaning. You've evaluated your overall goals. And by the way, while you're doing this, you may realize, especially if this is not the first time that you've done it, you might realize that you need to adjust and tweak and maybe get rid of some of those goals. And here's the next thing. Eliminate those things that aren't working. The things that you've tried, and I'm allergic to the word try.
You have to figure out, when you talk about eliminate the things that aren't working, too often we want to quit too soon.
Right.
Something that we've started, even your entire business model.
Absolutely.
Because we want to just add water and think we're going to have immediate success.
So let me clarify. There are times, and I'm allergic to the word try. We don't try something on. We don't try, an advertising marketing campaign, whatever.
It's a recipe. It's a plan.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay. So you want to make sure, though, there are certain times when you have to look at something and say, it's time to go. This is not working. We have to make a decision. Sometimes those decisions are hard. Sometimes they involve staff. Sometimes they involve a project that you're working on. Sometimes they involve things that you're personally connected to. Be honest with yourself and eliminate those things that are not working or things that are working against you.
Not too long ago, took on just one too many projects,
right,
and had a project that the deadline was coming, and
sure,
it was going to take too much bandwidth. That's like my new phrase.
Right.
Just too much effort, energy, and resources away from the priorities in order to get this project off the ground. And even though really wanted to make that happen, just had to recognize that it wasn't right for now.
In order to thrive, you have to be able to prune and take a look at roses, right? You prune back your rose bush in early spring, and summer's going to be blooming crazy. All right. The next thing, clean up.
Clean up.
Clean up.
We had cleanup day on Friday.
We did.
I'm so glad that we did, because we have company coming today.
I know, and I spent a long time
cleaning up. And so there is a lot. There's something just refreshing about getting rid of the trash, making sure that the dust and the cobwebs are kind of cleaned out, the piles on your desk, the stuff that you've stuffed into the drawers and in the closets that is now kind of, busting out the seams. Just to have some white space, some room to breathe, whether that's your desk, maybe even some extra furniture that you've now, kind of got cluttering, even your desktop, maybe some emails, filing systems, all of that. It's just nice when you don't feel so stuffed in and everything's just consuming you and you're reacting to everything, rather than having some space to breathe, looking out at the horizon, and you get to choose where you're going to go and what you're going to work on today.
Absolutely. So there you go. Spring clean your business while you're spring cleaning your home and all the other things that you tend to do. You can actually put that to use in your business as well. When we return, let's ask you this. Are you actually getting what you're looking for out of your web presence? We'll get the founder of Call to Action Alliance coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to See It Thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dan Denai, Chief Operating Officer with BioT Medical. At BioT, we've developed the safest, most effective way to balance your hormones. Unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams with many dangerous side effects, bioidentical, natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com to learn more. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, it's the right choice.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
The Laura Ingraham Show, weekday mornings at 8 on KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Angie Austin with the good news, and the good news is Dave Ramsey teaches you what is right. You know, I grew up and we were pretty poor, and so then when I became an adult, I decided I would never be poor again. And so I saved. I follow all of his principles, and it's a nice way to live. I lost my job about a year ago, and guess what? I didn't have to change my lifestyle at all because I had saved for just that very thing. Please listen to the good news with Angie Austin at 1 p.m. on AM 670 KLTT, at 5 p.m. during drive time on AM 810 KLVZ, and I'm in 3 places. You can also listen to me on KLZ, this station right here on Sundays at 8 a.m.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, and I am absolutely certain you're going to want to get down the phone number of our next guest and want to call him after we talk to him, because there's one thing is true. If you've got a business, you need to market it, and if you need to market it, you need to know how to do it online.
Well, absolutely. When we talk about this popular marketing phrase, call to action, right? You want your clients to do something. When they get to your website, when they hear your message, even when you meet with them or even at a vendor event, there is a call to action that you want your clients to take. But so often we kind of miss the boat because we don't actually put every aspect of our marketing to work together to convert those visitors. They started as learners and we want to turn them into buyers. So we brought in the expert from the Call to Action Alliance, calltoactionalliance.com. Drew Shockley, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Drew, fantastic. I love the phrase call to action, and it actually made the list of overused phrases last year, but I don't care because it really does accurately describe what we want to see happen. How does somebody take, say, a website or some digital marketing in one form or another and take somebody who's never seen that before and convert them into a buying partner?
Are you talking about the audience, the visitor that comes to the website?
Yeah. I mean, what do we, the business, do that creates? Is there a formula out there? Is there a thing that we can do that increases our chances of converting them into buyers?
Yes, there is. There's absolutely a formula. And the formula I use, I can't claim as my own. I got it from a guy named Clint McLaughlin out of MEC Labs out in Florida, just in my research. And there's actually like 5 factors. The first is motivation. And each of these factors is weighted more than the other. Motivation is weighted more than the others. If someone is motivated enough, they'll fight through the worst website to get to what they want because they really, really want it.
Sure.
So you have to feed that motivation, speak in the right language, speak in their language, not your own language, what is going to truly motivate them. Also, the value proposition is very important. This is what makes it worth buying whatever you're selling, whether it's your service or your product. And so you have to really express that well and have a really strong value proposition. If you don't have a value proposition, then that's where we need to start. So that's the first 2 things. The other things, can I mention real quick?
Sure, go ahead, please.
These are kind of interesting. Anxiety. Everybody has certain anxieties, which are barriers to buy or to engage with you. So you need to address those one by one with a remedy for each one of them. And you can do that with the text and images and everything on your whole website should work together.
Can you anticipate those before they get there?
Absolutely. If you know your market well enough, or you do some research, you can figure out what is getting in their way of buying. And so you deal with those and make sure those are addressed.
All right, so we talked about motivation, which is probably the number one and mostly weighted because they're going to wade through everything they can to get to you.
Yes.
Good value proposition. They're going to feel as if they're spending their money wisely.
Absolutely,
not necessarily shopping around based on price, but prudent with their finances. Anxiety. We talk about trust and building that up. And you've got 2 more though that are part of that formula.
Yes. The next one might not come to mind, obviously, but it's friction. Friction is that negative thing that gets in the way. It could be a phone number that's hard to find. It could be commonly you're asking too many questions in an online form where you don't need to ask so much. You want to ask as few questions as possible to get that relationship started.
Like those surveys that they offer you $1 off your next purchase, but it takes you 20 minutes to fill out the survey.
Yeah,
that's a lot of friction.
That's a lot of friction.
We call those obstacles. Same concept. Yeah. And then what's the last one?
The last one is an incentive. And sometimes you have to sweeten the deal a little bit to have a little incentive there so that they will go ahead and push that button. They'll call the number. They'll leave their information so you can move forward.
Right. Now, Drew, you work with a ton of great companies, a lot of brands that are familiar here in the Denver market. When we talk about websites that get all aspects, have you ever come across a website that it had the motivation, the value proposition, anxiety, friction, incentive, like throughout the whole, or are most companies like missing most of the pieces?
Oh, in the websites that I might evaluate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of websites that are lacking purpose. They don't have that philosophical call to action. It's obvious you get there and they don't really tell you what they want you to do. The website should be very specific. It should either convert you into a buyer or a follower. Now, the buyer is obviously our favorite because those people are ready to spend money.
Right, right. And if they're on your website, they're leaning towards that, aren't they?
Likely, they start as a learner. You know, they have lots of questions, they have lots of barriers and things like that, and your website
But they're at least
should work through that.
interested in your product and service, and if we don't put too much friction or anxiety in, then maybe we can keep them before they go looking, all right, yeah, I'm not going to shop here. I'm going to go find somebody else that is more appealing.
Yeah, appealing is a great word. I'm glad you used that, Angel, because you have to have an appeal to keep them on the website, to get them through all those things so that they do, pull the trigger. Because sometimes getting people to pull the trigger is the hardest part.
And Drew, just listening to you, it seems to me, and I'd like your thought on this, your reaction to this, it seems to me that the phrase brochure website is dead. I mean, a static page that just says, here we are, is non-useful.
It's only useful if all you need is a dot on the map. Usually we need more than a dot on the map. We need to make money.
Everybody I know needs to make money. I mean, and so I love the notion of that call to action. And I think one of the things that I like most about what you stand for is that the biggest key, according to you, is caring and listening.
Absolutely. And that's the only way you can make a difference in this business world today. There's lots of people that do things kind of routinely and rotely, and sometimes bad customer service just gets in the mix because it's not focused on the right things. But if you care about the businesses that you're talking about, you really want to see them thrive, and you do all that you can, whether it's directly with what you do, like for me is for building websites, getting people to websites, and getting people that are on websites to do what you want them to do. And then there's a variety of other things that you can help businesses with too.
All right, so I think for websites, the first half of the battle is just getting the right people to come to your site, because we can do a lot of search engine optimization and put keywords in. Somebody once described it as if you get a lot of visitors to your site, but they don't stick around, it's as if you have a storefront where people are opening the door, going, nope, don't want to shop here, and closing the door and walking out.
High bounce rate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that a lot of people are peeking in the door if they're not sticking around. But how do we control who's coming to our website?
How do you control who's coming to your
website?
website?
Like, if we're getting a lot of visitors, woohoo, but...
How do you attract the right people?
How do you attract the right people? Well, you can start with the marketing, how you get them to the website to begin with. Some good search engine optimization programs. Social media can be great for certain businesses. But once they get to your website, if you're getting too many people, you can actually filter away the ones you don't want. You can make things actually more difficult, so just the ones you truly want to get through. Most businesses want as many contacts as possible, so we're not weeding it through too much. But once you can get a good density there of people, you can apply different filters to get the right people to respond and to move people in the right directions, whether some's to buyers, some into follower categories.
All right. Now, you host an event every month, correct?
For the last 4 years, I've been hosting an event called Boost Denver. We currently meet in the DTC Denver Tech Center. Chris Slater from Jewel Insurance, he's my co-host, and he offers the space there. We meet on the first and third Wednesdays at 9:30 in the morning. We have April 2nd is our next one, and our topic is from Patrick Geary, is a sales topic on to think is to get more sales. So we're excited about it. To think is to get more sales, yes.
Interesting. All right, so Drew, how do people follow up with you?
Follow up with me? Directly, my website is calltoactionalliance.com or CTAalliance.com. My phone number is 303-783-5760.
Do that one more time. The phone number.
Phone number is 303-783-5760.
Well, love the success formula to making sure that you've got the right people coming to your website and converting them. Motivation, value proposition, anxiety, friction, and incentive. Drew Shockley, thanks so much for being on the show with us.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Folks, when we return, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Life Warrior Coaching is the future of fitness training. It's a health program built around happiness and play. Rather than try to lose weight, let the weight come off naturally through doing things you enjoy. Learn the science of happiness and how to apply it. Learn to play again like when you were a kid, before you were taught that life was serious and exercise was no fun. Try it out now for $29.99. Call today, 303-562-8798, or visit lifewarriorcoaching.com. And remember, be happy and play.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbart Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbart Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbart Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbartdental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
There are many sounds in your daily life. Ones that make you smile. Ones that help you relax. And there are some sounds that can help save lives. Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you critical information about emergencies in your area. With updates from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Grassroots Radio Colorado, today at 5 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Business owners, I'm Dave Ramsey, and I want you to listen to the most positive small business talk show in America, The Experience Pros, with my friends Angel and Eric, mornings at 10 right before the Dave Ramsey Show at noon on The Source, KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Are you a twit?
No.
Do you tweet?
I try.
Then you might be a twit.
No, that is not what they call people who are on Twitter. People on Twitter?
That rolls off the tongue. Hey.
Not twits. Are you a Facebook? Are you a face? Are you a booker?
I'm a booker.
Are you a booker?
Totally, I'm booker. Absolutely.
I don't think there's a name for it if you're using a
If you're
tool.
tall, you're blonde, you're beautiful, call me, I'll book you.
If you're using a tool that you are that.
I was just asking. So, how are brands using Twitter? Because it's not always as straightforward as you thought it would be. In fact, here's a little pie chart that we came across. Is Twitter an effective marketing tool for business? Most brands say yes, but a significant number of people are undecided. Here's what it goes. 24.6% say, I strongly agree that it is a good, effective marketing tool.
So about 25%, 1 out of 4.
Right.
Strongly agree.
40.3% agree, just regular agree, just kind of.
Okay, so 40
variety.
plus 25, so 65%
right.
agree in some manner.
Yeah, do you think 65% of the people on Twitter using it for brands know how to do it effectively?
Well, that would be the agree.
Right.
I would say those that strongly agree, 25% say, I strongly agree, I know it is, and they're using it.
Yeah.
The rest of us know that it can be effective if I had learned how to leverage it and use the tool properly. We've had several people come to us and ask us how to use Twitter for business, and I'm always really hesitant to offer my assistance because I haven't quite figured it out yet.
Well, and so therein you either agree or you're in that undecided, which is another 30, almost 30%.
No, I'm not undecided. I just don't know how. I know I agree. It's absolutely all social media can be really effective leveraging for branding. When we talk about the recipe for business success, you need a cup of social media, a quarter cup of this, and you need all the different ingredients put together to create that loyal repeat fan of a customer. But I still don't quite get it.
You're in good company, and here are some of the challenges that are faced by brands that make it difficult to quantify the value, if you will, the effectiveness as a marketing tool.
I just always compare. See, how many followers do I have compared to other people that are doing what I do?
So big challenge right underneath the number one is how do we measure building an audience? I've got this group of people, but it's a different group of people than are on Facebook. It's a different group of people than are on LinkedIn.
I've always been a fan of the organic following.
Of course.
Rather than
quality over quantity.
Then do a gimmick or something that's going to garner a bunch of followers and a bunch of likes that are just simply clicking the button for the sake of clicking the button.
Right.
I'm a bigger fan of the quality and those organic followers. And so we've never done a campaign, so to speak, to build up a mass number of likes and followers.
Yeah, that's true. But now, so building that audience is one thing. The biggest obstacle that most brands face is how to measure or quantify ROI. And because we've had this conversation years and years and years, I think that ROI is more than just dollars in, dollars out. There are so many intangibles in an ROI. Drew Shockley was talking about the value proposition, what you have to offer. How do you quantify value to somebody? It's either valuable or it's not. And how do you quantify the value of a relationship?
I'm not looking for Twitter to be my cash register.
Well, but many people are.
My value, my measurement of engagement is, are people sharing? Are they retweeting? Are they favoriting? Am I getting new followers, even if it's just a couple every day? Or am I, stagnant? All of a sudden, do I go 3-4 days and not a new follower? I'm searching for my goal is that I've heard of you, that recognition, that people are aware of who we are, and maybe then going to our website and checking us out and going through our sales process in that manner.
Right. Okay, so here's another question for you. Do you leverage, have you used some of Twitter's paid services?
I have not.
You are in good company. Most brands have not used Twitter's paid services. In fact, most brands didn't even know there were paid services.
Oh, they advertise on my banner
They
all the
advertise
time.
saying you should. Does that mean advertising doesn't work?
No.
It doesn't mean advertising doesn't work. It's just you're not in that place where you're looking to use that. And in many cases, people don't even realize, what we talk about this all the time on the show. Big thing in marketing is video. Do you agree?
I agree.
Huge, right? It's all the rage.
Every day, even today, I came up with, okay, this is what we need to do.
Twitter came up with a thing that says, you can do video marketing. Vine is their video marketing tool.
I
used it? Nope.
I kind of have what I call social media overload. After a while, it's all right. I already have something I'm using for video. I already have something I'm using for social media. I already have something that I'm using for SEO. I already have something. I don't need more of the same. And so I tend to shut down and say, all right, I already have that, and I can't handle the ones I have.
Sure.
So more is not necessarily better. It's just more.
Right, absolutely. Well, most brands are using Twitter as a marketing tool. All right. So when they're
well, I am too. I mean, the reason I'm on Twitter is for branding, and marketing.
Awareness.
Yeah.
79% are using it as a brand awareness thing. We fall into that category. I think that it's been fantastic for us.
Yeah. If I didn't have my own business, I don't know that I would use Twitter.
Do you use Twitter as a filing cabinet? Do you use Twitter to research out areas of interest? You do.
Yes,
I know
do.
You do.
I totally do.
Absolutely.
Totally do. And I would never watch a Grammys, Oscars, or any big event on television without using my Twitter feed to follow it too, because it's hysterical to watch the comments.
If you're in business, most business brands are using Twitter to tweet 5 times a day.
Okay, I think we fall into the over-tweeting category.
You can't over-tweet on Twitter.
I know, I love that.
You can't over-tweet
I love
on
that.
Twitter.
You can overpost on other social media, but not on Twitter. And so we've only been using Twitter for, I don't know, 4 years now, 5 years. We have over 13,000 tweets.
Isn't it brilliant?
I know, I love it. But we do a lot to promote the topics of the show, Fan Bragging Friday, and so in our day we have a lot of different activities and things to share.
Sure.
But again, if we didn't have the radio show, I don't know that we would have that much to tweet.
No, well, no. I mean, probably not.
We would get bored with ourselves, I think.
Well, or we would tweet the things that everybody else tweets, like what they're having for lunch or dinner.
Actually, I think Twitter is a great resource for all sorts of topics, because mostly what is tweeted is so retweetable and shareable because it's articles on any topic under the sun that you want to follow, whether that's fashion or business or finance or sports or weather or current event. I mean, it's all there, and it's so easy to find.
It really is. So special thanks to the Social Media Marketing University, who provided the statistics that we just ran through in this segment. I think that, they're doing a great job. And by the way, happy birthday to Twitter, 8 years old now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Gosh, they don't look a day over 7.
Right. So there you have it. How brands are leveraging their brand, their business.
How often do you tweet?
Twitter. So irregularly is the right answer, I believe. I go through phases where at the end of my day, and I'm talking about like I'm in bed and I got my phone, and I go through LinkedIn. We
went through the right time to tweet, and that is not the right time to tweet.
It may not be, but it's when it's convenient for me. So this is what happens. So I'll tweet from bed. I'll go through my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is connected to my Twitter, so I'll see if there's anything that I agree with and or wish to take issue with, and support or argue.
Issue with.
And I will tweet those things.
Would that it were.
Would that it were. It's a brilliant use of that phrase, by the way. And then I jump over to Twitter and go through the streams, bracketing out the hashtags that I'm looking for, marketing and social media and those kinds of things. And so I do that, whenever I feel like it.
I can check, it tells on you.
It's irregular.
I know, because I can see all the different times that you've tweeted.
Mm-hmm.
Irregular is a good word for it.
Yeah, but you know what is regular? The clock. The clock is regular. It tells us every day that you're done with your first hour. We need to do a station ID, but there's a whole other hour coming up, and there's nothing more regular than Charlie, our producer. We want to say thank you on behalf of Charlie, our regular producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every day. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back right after these messages.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Legendary KLZ 560, The Source.
Great news for you if you're looking for a job or a new career. Plan on attending the Job News Career Fair coming up on Tuesday, April 8th at the National Western Complex between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Reps from top Denver employers will be there hiring for hundreds of positions. They'll have special transportation and a healthcare pavilion, too, at the career fair. Pre-registration is at jobnewsdenver.com. That's jobnewsdenver.com. You can avoid the long lines by printing out your registration form ahead of time. Just bring it with you to the event. With hundreds of jobs available all throughout the state, now is definitely the time to find not just a job, but a career. The Job News Career Fair, Tuesday, April 8th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Join Crawford Broadcasting Company and top Denver employers at the National Western Complex at 4655 Humboldt Street in Denver from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's jobnewsdenver.com, jobnewsdenver.com.
This is the legendary KLZ AM 560 KLZ HD Denver and online streaming at 560thesource.com since 1922. KLZ Denver.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster.
We do not know for certain what this is, and we will not know until a ship pulls up alongside.
Commercial pilot Robert Mark on Fox after Malaysia's Prime Minister holding a press conference saying the missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 has been lost in the Indian Ocean. Mark saying,
they do seem fairly confident that they have something that is valuable. But we're going to know probably in the next 24 hours or so. And by then, it either is a piece of this airplane or it is not. If it's not, we actually don't have a lead in the world.
Even though not one piece of the missing Boeing 777 being recovered, Malaysia's Prime Minister saying new details put the plane into the southern Indian Ocean.
MH370 flew along the southern corridor, and that its last position was in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
In the year 1791, Americans were guaranteed individual freedoms and a limited government. Today, those freedoms are disappearing. The government listens to your phone calls and scans your emails. That's why we've created 1791 Email. When you sign up for an account, you can rest assured that we won't invade your inbox or scan your emails. And with your 1791 Email account, you'll be letting everyone know that you believe in individual freedom. Find out more about 1791 Email at 1791.com and start sharing the spirit of America today.
You love The Blaze. You watch it, you listen to it, you blog it, and you surf it. Now you can read it in print. Go to theblazemagazine.com and sign up today, and we'll give you an issue absolutely free. Get 10 issues filled with exclusive content delivered directly to your home. All you have to do is go to theblazemagazine.com on your computer, sign up, and we'll give you a free issue. This offer is limited, so go to theblazemagazine.com now.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 The Source.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Heidi ho, and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is a big business, and your business is our business.
You start the show with Heidi ho.
Heidi ho.
What are you up to?
Here we go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Do you use that? I don't know that I've ever heard that one.
I don't
before.
know that I've ever said it before, but I said it today.
You know, do you ever get in this phase of your business? You know what you do, you know who you help, you know how you help, and you just start to feel like a broken record, using the same phrases all the time or using the same marketing all the time.
Right.
And we get bored with it because we look at it every day, we hear it every day, and so we try to change it up and do something fresh and new and exciting, like say Heidi ho is our greeting, but really what sticks and stands the true test of time and actually creates that word of mouth marketing, creates that emphasizes that brand awareness is that consistent messaging over and over again.
Consistent messaging, I completely agree with, and yet, just going over this Heidi Ho thing that I started the show with just now.
You think you're disrupting complacency?
I am disrupting complacency, absolutely, and it's a good thing.
Well, on occasion,
I'm not being inconsistent. I am. I'm. One of the things that people tune in to this show for is a burst of energy, something fun, something unexpected, and so if I can throw in a Heidi Ho, and it makes you go, "What did he just? Is he the eighth dwarf?" Right? Then you never know. It disrupts that complacency, makes you lean into the conversation a little bit closer, and I think that's a good thing. Now. You remember last week the girls from Fantastic Sam's over in Parker, they came in and they shaved my dome.
Your head, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody in
Was it a dome before it was shaved, or is it now a dome because
it's pretty much
shaved?
always been a dome.
All right,
yeah.
just following where the adjective came to play. Was it always a dome?
No, that's a noun, and it has always been a dome. Absolutely. But anyhow, they shaved it down, and thank you, all you pretty girls out there who have given me the thumbs up on the look. I appreciate it. It's very nice. However, we're getting ready to go to Cabo, baby, and I want to be tan before I have to get tan. You know what I mean?
No.
I want the
How can you be tan
look.
before you're tan?
Well, no, you're going to get tan in Cabo,
All right.
or you're going to get burned and blistered.
But you don't want to
be tan.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So I found somebody whom I esteem very highly, and I said, "Wow, you look amazing. Where did you get that tan?" And she looked at me and said, "It's out of a bottle." And I said, "I want it. I want that. I want to look just like you." So she gave me the name of the bottle, and she told me where to go. It's Walgreens, and I went down to Walgreens over the weekend, and I was going to come in, smoking tan.
Does it happen that fast?
It really does, because you know why?
No.
It's makeup. It's makeup. It's not sunless tanning lotion. It's makeup. I walked out without buying it. I'm not wearing makeup on my dome.
I get that you don't want to put makeup on because, then you get in the pool and it just washes off, or you sweat and it looks hideous, or it does kind of wear off throughout the day,
I sweat like a pig.
However, I imagine you were in the mood for buying a sunless tanning cream. You were at the drugstore where they sell sunless tanning products.
I spent time in there in that
section. And you
section.
walked out with
Nothing. Right. I spent time over there.
Which part? Where? How did you fail on this one thing?
I didn't fail. Here's the deal. I get over there and I'm looking for I get done with the makeup and I go over to the sunless tanning. And by the way, I don't like the fact that most of the sunless tanning just have medium. I want dark. I want Caribbean. I want dark. Right?
Have you ever used a sunless tanning?
I have, but it was back in the days when it was orange. But here's the other part.
So your head's gonna be dark.
They've got these,
and then
this is the problem. I'm just me, and they've got these aerosol. What do you call those? When you use, what do you call that? Air paint, airbrush, right? So airbrush canisters, but I can't see half of me, and I can't reach the other half.
You can actually go to a spa where they do like body scrubs and rubs and stuff.
That's what I'm going to do.
And they'll do this.
Ask the pretty girl to scrub my body.
The sunless tanning lotion on you all over. They'll do an exfoliation first so that it gets good penetration.
Right.
They'll rub it in evenly. They won't miss any of the spots, and you'll be out of there in an hour and a half, and you'll be uber tan immediately. I did that once. Just be careful what you wear.
What?
I woke up the next day, my sheets were like all
really
orange. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, it washed out, but it was a little weird.
Cheap tan.
No, it wasn't. And it lasted for quite a while.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
All right. We have to go to a commercial break. We've got a fantastic guest coming up next. Folks, please don't leave. It's Angel
Please don't leave. Listen to him. Do you have to say that to people?
Just today.
Yeah.
It's Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part, no more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Laura, tomorrow morning at 8 on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know, I need someone help.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We say that we got here as quickly as we could. Very nice to have you along with us. You know, from time to time in the every day in small business, you need help.
You do need help, and I'll tell you what, we are spending way too much time as business owners working, in our business and not on our business. And there's a lot of activities that are consuming your day, distracting you, giving you an excuse for not to actually get any work done. And you need to think about delegating. Have you ever thought about hiring a virtual assistant? Well, we have Merri Taylor from here to assist with us. Merri, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Merri, fantastic to have you back on the show. Virtual assistants, what kinds of things do you virtually do? Or you actually do them, but we need your help virtually.
Well, a virtual assistant is a support and growth partner for entrepreneurs and business owners. So we're independent contractors who provide administrative and personal services to clients from our own office, managing projects virtually. And we are business owners, so you don't bring us on board as an employee, and that means instead of paying a salary, you are paying for 100% productive time. You don't have to provide office space, equipment, paid holidays and sick leave, unemployment insurance, certain taxes, and all that goes along with hiring an employee. And since technology changes so rapidly and it's our livelihood, we're always investing in ourselves and learning new tools which benefit our clients. So just like you have a team of people that takes care of certain things from your health, car, plumbing, hairstyle, a virtual assistant is another must-have resource for your team if you're a business owner. As business owners, we try to do it all and be all, but we simply can't and shouldn't do it all either because we don't have the skill, interest, or time. And when we try to do it all, we don't move forward and we stay stuck in overwhelm. As a VA, I move you out of overwhelm.
Oh,
Yeah, you could just stop
yay.
right there.
Move us out of overwhelm. Our list of things that we've got to do is so long and so varied, and yet most of the activities that we're participating in are keeping us. I think we tend to make excuses, Merri, because we've got all these other activities that really have to get done. And yet, really, I think we're a little worried about, are we at a place where we could hire somebody permanently, full-time? Do we really have enough work? Do we really have enough revenue to sustain another human being?
And there's tax implications that go with those decisions as well.
So hiring a virtual assistant is a great bridge to making sure that you've got your systems in place and that you can actually duplicate. Merri, what do you find is, kind of the top activities that would be so easy for somebody to outsource, but that they're doing themselves?
Oh my goodness! Well, everything administrative, and every business owner that I know needs help with something, and usually none more so than their administrative and their marketing tasks. So it's really a combination of what services the VA offers and what your needs are. I've seen a broad range from not knowing how to utilize a virtual assistant at all to being afraid to hand things over because of the control aspect, to thinking of VAs as the Swiss Army knife in your survival kit and expecting them to be and do everything from bookkeeping to websites. And really the core services start with administrative tasks and can build from there depending on a VA's niche or specialty. So the consultation process is important to assess your needs and the fit, and a VA will help you set up systems you do routinely, and if I don't specialize in something that pops up as a need, my role is to help get it done through other resources, through my network of resources. So in my case, there will be the administrative tasks, the managing databases and correspondence and content management. But I've also found a niche in inbound marketing, which includes social media marketing, establishing and maintaining your social media marketing to expand your reach and build relationships, and also review and polish your online presence so that social media is integrated, and reviewing your website, blog, sales pages, and social media for the customer experience.
All right, and Merri, we're going to have to stop you there because we've run out of time. But I'll tell you something. There's no question about the value of a virtual assistant. Your business called Here to Assist. Give some contact information, if you would, please.
You bet. You can find me at my website, which is heretoassist.com, or my Facebook page actually has a download. If you're wondering where your time is going and what that is costing you, you can go to facebook.com/here2assist.llc and download that resource and see where your time is really going. And my phone number is 707-877-6788.
707-877-6788. 888 here to assist. Merri, thanks so much for just helping us remember we have a job to do, and it isn't necessarily all those admin tasks that are sitting on our desk. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Have a happy Monday.
Certainly will. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C² Computer Consulting. C² is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C² at 303-933-1113.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
When it comes time for you to buy your next new or gently used vehicle, you'll definitely want an auto broker. And when it comes to which auto broker to choose, here's all you need to know. Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. Matt has access to all makes and models and offers fantastic financing, leasing, and can even help you with your trade-in. H.M. Brown has 27 years with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Buy your next car with the integrity and capable help of Matt Martin and H.M. Brown and Associates. 303-414-2388. Call today.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
Do you know what your own personal debt ceiling should be? 0! I'm going to surgically remove the word debt from your vocabulary. Sound like fun? Well, it is. It's called The Dave Ramsey Show. Weekdays at noon on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We appreciate you for tuning in today. You know, a lot of folks are jumping on the bandwagon of working from home. You know, telecommuting, doing their business at home.
At home, you know what? There's a lot of benefits, I think, to working from home.
Sure.
You know, the time that you save, not sitting in traffic, you know, going to the office. We travel about 25 miles one way to get to the office, and the amount of time that we spend sitting in the car. Now, we make some good use of it.
We make fantastic use of it.
But also the overhead, if you know, that you don't have to have. You don't have to have, you know, the office furniture, the decoration. We're actually getting ready to carpet and paint our office, and so it's a little distracting, even the time spent putting the office together. Although for me, with all the benefits that they're all working from home, Eric, I don't think I could do it.
Well, you know, you have to have some proper planning. You've got to have some rules in order to make those the work at home thing. Why are you looking at me with that tone of voice? I worked successfully from home for years before I met you.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't appreciate your skeptical scowl.
Now, you didn't really work from home. You were on the road.
Well, yeah, I was on the road. I was on the road, but when I wasn't on the road, my office was my backup bedroom. It was
Did you separate work? I imagine you probably spent a whole lot of your home time in your office.
I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why does this?
I'm thinking when you were home, it was probably your family time.
No.
No. Oh.
Our
my
family,
mistake.
Our family. Okay, so for those who are just tuning in, used to be a professional stage magician, and
Well, we had family time when we were on the road.
I toured
so when we were at home, we
all over
were
the
working.
world with my family, and yes, I mean, what do you call it when you spend 18 hours a day in your car with your 2 children and your wife? That's family time.
Oh, that was family time. So when I'm home, I'm working.
Work.
Yes.
It's what we do.
Yes. No, this is what I imagined it to be.
Rules?
That's what I totally imagined it to be. So yeah, I would love to hear your rules.
Grr. Set a morning routine. You know what? It's not about you and your bunny slippers and your white robe and all of that. You got to have a morning routine. You've got to be at work when you're at home. Hello?
I'm sorry. I just found an awesome bronzer called Meet Me in Tahiti to give you that great sun-kissed look.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, my morning routine would be a little bit like
shopping.
Let's throw in a load of laundry, empty the dishwasher, maybe watch a little bit of Kelly Ripa on the television. I just think the morning is not. Can I have an afternoon routine?
Right. You can have an afternoon routine, and I'm sure that you do. You're actually a creature very much of routines.
I am very routine. I am. And I do have my routine that says get up, get dressed, and go to work.
Yeah. Separate your work and your life. All right, and I do believe that's an important thing when you're at home and you've got a home office. You got to establish the rules, especially if you have young ones who are sharing the space with you. You got to or spouses sharing the space with you.
What?
You have to line up and say, here, when mommy or daddy is at work, we're at work. And I'm sorry, I can't pillow fight with you right now.
And at the same token, I will be done working at this time.
Absolutely.
And
Bring
that they
on the pillow
know
fights.
they know that just because you're at home.
I'll braid your hair.
And this is the challenge, I think, from working at home, is it's so mixed in that if I'm home, I'm working, and so don't interrupt me because I'm working.
Can
and
you
we
please
never
apply
really
my bronzer?
Turn off the work hours because we're at home.
Right. When you're working from home, you have to fight through to stay positive.
Yes, you do.
Attitude is everything, and where does attitude slip more often than not?
And when you're watching television.
It could be television.
Yeah, so turn off the television.
Turn off the television.
All those daytime talk shows and commercials and soap operas and game shows aren't doing anything for your productivity or for your attitude or for encouraging you to get out of your comfort zone because the work is hard.
Speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, get off your duff and go walk around from time to time. Don't just sit there and lock yourself in the room. And by the way, I was very successful at that as well.
You were?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would schedule, you're going to love this.
I am going to love
this. I would schedule watering breaks where I would get up and go outside and water my garden. You are looking at me with this look of incredulity. I'm telling you, that's what I would do. Yes, I had a garden, and it was the envy of the whole damn town.
What did you grow in this said garden?
Flowers. And are you seriously laughing? It was before I met you, when you were in high school.
House plants now?
No.
No.
I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment
You can have a house plant. I mean, if you're such a gardener with the love of flowers that you would get out and water your garden every day. Surely you've got to have a houseplant now that would support that theory.
It's not a theory. It's what I did.
You know, my husband had this idea. We had these beautiful,
I think an idea from the first hour was that you're crazy.
beautiful plants that were in the backyard last year, and he decided he was going to bring them in for the winter and nurture them and keep them.
Right.
And so they're like his pets
He would
because he
love them
takes
and
them
pet
out
them
and
and-
waters
yeah,
them
yeah,
and
sure.
gets them some sunshine,
Right.
and he brings them in.
Are they
and-
still alive?
And we had some freak little overnight ice storm that tends to happen, and they got frosted, but it does look like they might be coming back. They look pathetic.
Well,
They
I'll tell
look
you what, a little
awful.
love and a little nurture goes a long way.
But I just can't picture you watering my garden break. I know that you would take a let's fill up my coffee mug break.
I did those too. But I had the most beautiful garden in the city of Sterling.
I don't suppose you have any photographic evidence
I
to
bet you
support
there
this.
is somewhere, somewhere. I don't,
Probably hard to find because, the divorce, and, we didn't really keep the photo albums. And, yeah, probably can't find that, Angel.
It was 15 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, see what you did?
No, I like the idea of it.
With your suspicion, you cast suspicion on the value of everything that I brought, the work-from-home rules. You know what?
I like the work-from-home rules.
What's the name of the bronzer?
Meet me in Tahiti.
All right.
I like the idea of having a routine, having set work hours, and they don't have to be 8 to 5. I mean, this is the benefit of working from home. Maybe you're working from 8 to noon, and then again from 5 to 8 p.m. And you kind of break it up depending on your family needs and your personal needs and your gardening needs, and maybe you have to take a little trip to the garden store and buy some new seeds and whatever it is that gardeners do.
Well, one thing I know how to do better than most is dig a hole,
And play in the dirt.
put somebody in it. I mean, the seeds.
Yeah. You watch it, mister.
We got a fantastic rest of the show for you, folks, when we come back. Joe Clemens is in the studio. We're going to talk about Money Smart Week coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights, so it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
Testosterone therapy. We've all heard about the benefits, but which method is safe? Hi, this is Dr. Gary Donovitz. At BioT Medical, we've developed the most effective way to balance your hormones. And unlike synthetic shots, gels, and creams that come with many negative and dangerous side effects, bioidentical natural testosterone pellets are safe and beneficial to the heart, bones, brain, and prostate. Go to biotmedical.com. That's BIOTE medical.com. BioT, the right choice, the safe choice.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to See It Thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
I'm Jason Lewis, America's Mr. Right, and I hope you'll listen to my show weeknights at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
You know, it's so inspiring to hear those debt-free screams from the Dave Ramsey Show. When you hear how people have overcome financial difficulties, it makes you realize you're not alone in those struggles and that you can do it too. That's what my show is all about in all aspects of life. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Austin. I invite you to join me on our sister station, 810 KLVZ, for The Good News. It's stories of hurt that have turned into stories of hope, stories of triumph, victory, and overcoming obstacles in your life. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. for The Good News with Angie Austin on our sister station, 810 KLVZ.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where it is our goal to make sure that your business runs as smooth as possible. And maybe one of the things you need to know is an event going on.
Well, Money Smart Week is coming up April 5th through 12th. The reason you're in business is really to create that financial legacy for you and your family. And I think a lot of times we don't really want to talk about the financial side. Maybe we're struggling. We're not quite where we want to be. And it's a tough and uncomfortable subject for many. So we brought in Joe Clemens. He's actually going to talk to us about creating an action plan that will help us reach our goals. He also teaches the capstone course at the College for Financial Planning and is enrolled to represent taxpayers before the IRS. How exciting is that?
It sounds exciting. It has to be exciting. Who doesn't want to be in front of the IRS?
Oh, goodness. How did you draw the short straw for that one, Joe, or did you actually enjoy that?
I actually enjoy, everyone, taxes are just part of life. Right. And if you're a business owner, you really tend to learn a little bit more about them, and trying to minimize your taxes and learning all those twerks in the code. That's what I want to do. I enjoy helping people minimize their taxes.
Joe, you seem like such a nice guy, and kind of normal. And I love that. Let's talk a little bit about this. What it is, a Money Smart Week.
Yeah.
What's going on? April 5th through 12th here in Colorado. What's going on here?
Absolutely. Well, Money Smart Week is a initiative put together by the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, and I'm sure you've probably talked about it on your show, heard no shortage of media that financial literacy isn't exactly where it needs to be in America, right?
Right.
And so that's what it is. We're really trying to, it's an initiative to create programs, let people know about their money. The unfortunate thing is money doesn't come with a set of instructions.
No, it does not.
It doesn't. So that's what it is. It's a combination of groups. My group, which is the Financial Planning Association of Colorado, other groups, Community College of Denver, Empowered, which is financial empowerment nonprofit, Rocky Mountain Microfinance, which helps people start businesses from the ground up. We're all trying to be part of this coalition and start to create a lot of different seminars, events, workshops that are all free to the public, so we can help learn those rules about money.
All free to the public, and they actually have events for all demographics, all income levels, from personal finance to establishing a budget, first-time home buying, estate planning. Are there things for business owners, Joe, at Money Smart Week?
There are. If you go and you click on the Money Smart Week partners and you click on the calendar, you'll see a few different events. One is financial planning for small businesses that will be put on by ours. And financial planning is really looking at, a lot of people ask me, well, what is financial planning really, Joe? And it's looking at the big picture and how all the different things work together, right? You've got the tax, you've got the accounting, you've got the investments, especially small business plans owners, you might want to be considering benefits and how those integrate and affect not just you on a business side, but on a personal side. Another business one that is going to be happening on Tuesday, the 8th, would be my friends over at Rocky Mountain Microfinance. They help people start businesses from the ground up.
You bet.
Yeah, and they have a class called Exploring Business Ownership. So there's a great one for people that aren't yet in business and want to learn to create self-sufficiency.
These are all free?
These are all free events, and that's the whole initiative. It's also put together by the American Library Association, and once again, free events to help that literacy.
You know, Joe, we've had Rocky Mountain Microfinance on the show a number of times, and they do such a great job helping that startup, the entrepreneur who has a great idea but not necessarily has the funding to get that off the ground. Talk to us a little bit about credit, and is credit a thing that business owners need to have and or exercise? It's kind of a edgy topic.
It is, and another event that kind of ties in with that would be ones that we're doing, budgeting. Actually, I'll be doing myself for the Financial Planning Association would be budgeting and balancing act. Kind of ties into building your credit, and there's going to be definitely tips on credit. But as I'm sure you've spoken about many times on this show, business can be capital intensive, and if you need a loan, most of that is almost always going to go through personal credit. It's not like you can just set up an LLC and say, hey, I've got a brand new set of credit because I spent $50 on this apartment.
I think the first time we went and did something, and they needed us to sign our name, and I thought, but this is my
company
business. And even when we leased a vehicle, rented our office space, all of that, and that's kind of scary for a homeowner.
It is, and that's the nature of some of the flow-through entities, such as the LLCs and S-corps. They really want to attach a personal liability to protect them as a lender. So absolutely, credit is important, and there's a lot of different. I know Belco Credit Union is going to be doing some classes as well.
It's a full week long of events you can find online at moneysmartweek.org. Moneysmartweek.org. The event is April 5th through 12th, and you can find anything and everything. Now, most of the events, and I think last year they were starting to do, even some of them were online events and virtual events. Are they doing some of that this year? Do you know, Joe?
Yeah, I believe there was. I don't have the recent press release, but once again, if you just go to that, you click on find an event, click on Colorado. It actually used to be fragmented by Colorado, each different area that was doing it.
Okay.
Now you can just go to moneysmartweek.org. And then you can click down and find your state.
Yeah,
look at all the events.
And they even have, everything in Fort Collins, even in Denver. It's all over town too. So it's not all segmented in one location.
And that's the thing. You use that search tool, find one that's in yours. A lot of them are going to be held at libraries or different events where it should be easy to get to. I know sometimes parking in Denver can be a challenge.
Joe, how many classes are you actually presenting? Do you know?
I'm on the full docket. I'm going every day.
Are you?
I have 4 classes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of that week.
Nice.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, we're excited about Money Smart Week. We want to make sure that people know how to contact you for the classes that you're offering, and of course, it's moneysmartweek.org is the online portal. How do people get in touch with you?
How do they get in touch with me? Well, the easiest way to get a hold of me is just to contact me at my email address, which is the easiest way is just Joe.Clemens, Clemens, at wisdom, W as in Y, S as in Sam.com. Joe.Clemens at wisdomws.com is the easiest way.
I love that. What else do we need to know about Money Smart Week?
Really, that's it. It's coming right around the corner.
It is.
You want to
just sign up in advance?
That's a great question. Look at an event. It will tell you if they want an RSVP in advance. I know mine don't have RSVPs, but some may, so you might definitely check out the website and see if you need the RSVP.
Can I just type in the keyword Joe Clemens? Will it tell me the ones you're teaching, do you think, or is it not really like that?
It may not.
So we just contact you?
Yeah, just contact me.
So you can be a Joe fan,
if you say,
a groupie.
Taxes and retirement, how tax strategies you use to date will impact your retirement in the future is what I'm teaching, so if you look for that topic.
Okay, investing and wealth building is the topic there on Monday, April 7th from 5:30 to 6:30 in Denver. So they're all here.
There's a bunch of them all spread out. I'm doing 2 in Denver and 2 up in the northern metro area, one in Brighton, 1 in Thornton.
How do people get in touch with you, Joe?
That email address again?
That email, or I'll actually even give a phone number.
Yes, please.
303-219-0391.
One more time.
303-219-0391 is another easy way to get a hold of me.
All right. I love it. Money Smart Week. They host it every year here in Colorado. Encourage, I think a lot of times anything that we're trying to do in business, even personally, a lot of our dreams, a lot of our goals are tied to some financial
You bet.
element
Absolutely.
to it. And so get the information you're looking for. Don't be embarrassed and don't put it off. Go to the website moneysmartweek.org, click on some of the events, and get the education that you're looking for. It's there. They've put it together for you. You can't say, I didn't know, because now you know.
Ignorance is no excuse, folks. More ignorance maybe here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. You never know. It depends on what comes next. But we do have a fantastic way to wrap up this show coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Life Warrior Coaching is the future of fitness training. It's a health program built around happiness and play. Rather than try to lose weight, let the weight come off naturally through doing things you enjoy. Learn the science of happiness and how to apply it. Learn to play again like when you were a kid, before you were taught that life was serious and exercise was no fun. Try it out now for $29.99. Call today, 303-562-8798, or visit lifewarriorcoaching.com. And remember, be happy and play.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
There's only one place in the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
I'll never forget that moment. As long as I live. My first call ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires. Guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Teaching you to live on less than you make, a concept Congress can't grasp. It's the Dave Ramsey Show every day at noon, right here on 560 AM KLZ.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for our shenanigans. Speaking of shenanigans, we have a calendar.
We do have a calendar where you can see all of the events that our members have put together. We put it all in one easy place for you to find using meetup.com. It's a great RSVP tool, a great great Google food for your business, and really simple for us to share. People opt in when they want to be a part of the information and part of the revolution, which is the way we treat people in changing the way people treat people in business. But go to meetup.com/experiencepros.
Oh, you made it easy.
I did make it very easy. Meetup.com/experiencepros, and click on the calendar tab. So there are some events that we push out that you are requiring for RSVPs, and you have to sign up to say that you're going. But there are so many events, and rather than bombard everybody with reminders and emails, we put it all in one easy place. So click on the calendar tab. It shows you the entire calendar at a glance, month at a glance view, and then you can click on any of the events that are appealing to you and get the details. Some of them you have to RSVP for, and some of them you don't, but it'll say there on the event.
You know, you've probably heard it for more than a year here on the Experience Pros radio show, but Walt Wilson with the Infinite Banking System is doing a seminar to talk about what that is. It's a free seminar. It will absolutely, has the potential to change your life, and you can learn how to stop losing money in the market, reduce your taxes, and get a predictable, guaranteed 4% tax-free rate of return. Tax-free. And all you got to do is drop them a note over at info@privatepensiondesign.com. or pick up the phone and call 303-798-6363. That seminar is Tuesday, that's tomorrow, at 6:30 p.m.
At 6:30, and so there's a lot of different events going on. The Open House with Style event is on Thursday.
So looking forward to that.
It's at the Denver Post building on Colfax, and she has over 70 vendors. Hundreds of people are going to come through. It's from 4 to 7 p.m. No cost to participate. The vendors, I'm pretty sure it's already sold out.
Right.
And so if you're interested in participating in any Open House with Style event, contact Penny at openhousewithstyle.com. But come and see us on Thursday afternoon. We'll be there from 4 to 7 p.m. And, of course, both Tuesday and Thursday, we're out broadcasting live this week because of our Experience Travel campaign. On Thursday is Printing Done Quickly's one-year anniversary. So they're having an all-day event, open house event to celebrate that.
And tomorrow we're at BizCard Express in Centennial.
Absolutely. So come and visit us during our live broadcast. We have so much fun. And this is still a part of our ongoing Experience Travel campaign where we are sending Eric to Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo, baby!
So we're actually shopping for bronzers and tanners, self-tanners, so right now. So if you've got any recommendations, you
got to
can share
chrome
those.
the dome.
Chrome the dome?
Yeah, I got to put that bronzer on that dome of mine.
All right, well, this is the week. If you want to join us in Cabo from April 26th to April 30th, make your reservations this week by calling Highlands Ranch Travel at 303-791-2311, 303-791-2311.
Can we tell them what we're doing over there so that you want to go with us? I mean, this is...
Eric's chroming the dome.
Well, I will be chroming the dome. This is an amazing opportunity at an incredible price. So it's round-trip airfare on United Airlines. Okay, it's not some Rust Bucket Airlines, put together in a propeller plane. No. Round-trip airfare to Cabo San Lucas. 4 nights at the Dreams Los Cabos Resort. It's an all-inclusive resort where the biggest thing next to the building is the pool. Right, and off it's beachfront.
It is. We looked it up on Google Earth.
Right, all meals and domestic drinks at Dreams. And I asked about those domestic drinks. That means cerveza, sí. That means tequila, sí. That means it's all included. Okay, this is going to come important when I tell you the price, because you're going to go, wow, I will actually have that much in alcohol anyways.
Well, so, and food.
Right.
Your meals are included,
all
Eric.
All meals, all domestic drinks.
Eric will be feeding and feasting.
And I want to feed and feast with you guys, so come on out with us. Round-trip airport transfers. So you get off the plane. How do you get to the hotel? Don't worry about it. Included. Taken care of. Afternoon in Cabo San Lucas, visiting Cabo Wabo. Come on. Any place called Cabo Wabo, you have to visit. It's awesome. There's a sunset cruise around the tip of the Baja. A sunset cruise. I'm so excited.
It is very, very exciting.
If you want to go deep sea fishing, there's an additional cost. It's an optional excursion that's going on. I'll be going out there. Angel will be going out there. Angel's going to provide the food for the fish.
I'll be deep sea fishing, and I'll off the back of the boat,
right?
I'm sure.
All of this for $1,258.48 per person based on double occupancy. You say, well, I'm not double, I'm single. That's all right. It's $130 more. Are you kidding me? Come.
Round trip airfare, food, entertainment, activities. Eric and I will also be hosting an abbreviated version of Experience Pros University if you want to have some business element to that, so you can check with your CPA and see if it would be tax deductible for you to come along with us. $1,200 for $1,285 for double, $1,413 for single occupancy. Highland Ranch Travel, 303-791-2311. We leave on April 26th.
Right.
So this is the week we want you to sign up and come along with us.
So much fun, and we're looking forward to having a fantastic time with you. Put your toes in the sand and enjoy a trip with Angel and Eric.
Toes in the sand.
Right.
Doesn't that just sound so nice?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm so ready for some sunshine.
I am too, absolutely, and I'm excited about this this vacation.
It's like 86 degrees there right now. And it was there last night and yesterday, and it will be again tomorrow.
We drove into the studio, and literally from Highlands Ranch to Aurora, we found a snowstorm. A snowstorm!
He's so funny. He's so funny. There were a couple flakes in the sky. A snowstorm.
Those flakes were going sideways.
Yeah, there were a couple of flakes in the air.
It was
Poor Eric.
a snowstorm.
Put on a hat. Put on a hat.
Gonna
You have no hair.
Gonna bronze my dome.
I know. Actually, you look like you got a little sun this weekend. Did you try?
No.
No?
No.
No, it's just the
It
lights
must be
in
the
here.
lighting in here.
The lighting in here, because you don't look pasty white. I'm just saying.
All right.
That was a compliment. Take it.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, I found some bronzers are being recommended for us on Facebook.
Take you to Tahiti?
Meet me in Tahiti.
Meet you in Tahiti.
Meet me in Tahiti. Some fun bronzers. But here's the thing. You're going to be okay. We're all coming from Colorado, where none of us have seen sun since the light of day in August.
Right.
And so we'll all kind of be bronzing together. So I think one of the fabulous things about going on vacation is coming home tan. If you leave tan and you come home tan, then it doesn't look like you went on vacation. It looks like you went into your bathroom and put on some bronzer.
Totally tanning.
So you leave not tan, you come home tan. That's the sign of a great vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna tan first.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
I never do. I never pre-tan before I go on vacation.
Yeah, but you're part Samoan or
Samoan?
Whatever that. What is it that you call yourself?
Polynesian.
Oh, Polynesian.
Polynesian.
Same difference.
Samoan? I know. He's making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you, but it is kind of funny if you know Samoans.
Well, we're going to Orange Theory Fitness this afternoon, get our workout on.
You should join us for that, too.
Absolutely. We'll be there from 4:30 to 5:30. Andre.
Parker and Arapahoe.
Andre will be busting our chops.
I'll tell you what, Andre, who is our trainer on Mondays, that guy is huge in every way. And my gosh, he wants to hurt me.
He does not want to hurt you.
But he is doing a great job.
Isn't it funny how you get these people who have this funny internal vocabulary going on when somebody wants to help them?
Yeah.
They're trying to challenge them to do better. That the internal voice that you
tell
say
me,
is...
do you not walk funny for a week after you've had a workout with Andre?
Nope.
Baloney.
Now, sometimes when I'm going down the stairs, I'm like,
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Hurt.
Oh. But I'm not going around saying Andre wants to hurt me. Andre is there to help me.
He is. He's
Beach
great.
body ready. Here we come.
Love Orange Theory Fitness over at Parker and Arapahoe. We want to join us. Come out. See if you're up to the workout.
Maybe while we're there, Eric might plant a garden and water his garden while we're there.
I had a garden. It was flowers, and many of them were taller than you.
Yeah, I told him that sunflowers will grow to be taller than me, but that's not really a garden. They're weeds, and they'll just grow.
Hey, look at the time. Folks, on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, and myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we have to say thank you for tuning in, participating, and for not mocking me in my garden. We do appreciate you. Listen, this is the time where we ask you to do something crazy. Give somebody a 20-second kiss. Let it linger for a minute. It's not what you think.
Toes in the sand.
It's an acronym that says kindness is so simple, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.